with that one, huh? You know, Mama has a thing for a certain cop. So I do understand. Even though he drives me banana splits. Who gets to do the siren? You want to do it? Go ahead. That's enough, honey.
Wouldn't want to wear out your siren, Parker. Huh?
Sweetie, why don't we go into your room and we'll play with your car there?
No, it's okay. It's okay. You want to play, you want to play catch the bad guy, Parker? Yeah?
And who might that be?
We'll have to make one up because everybody here's a good guy, right? Most of the time. Hey, I'm sorry. When I came in last night, it was late and I didn't want to wake you, so I just crashed on the couch.
Oh, come on, Jack. You slept out here to punish me for taking that job.
No, that's not true at all.
Either you're in or you're out. It can't be do this or I'm out of here, Carly. I won't live like that.
I'm not asking you to.
Did you or did you not give me an ultimatum?
I guess it could have come out that way, yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't do ultimatums, Jack. Come on, sweetheart. Why don't we take this in your room, okay?
Yeah, Carly, wait. Just stop.
Why? Why should I, Jack?
I'm trying to apologize. I had no right to grill you when I found you at Craig's. Like I knew the answer. I guess it's part about being a cop. We go with people hard sometimes. We have to. And I was out of line. I'm sorry.
You had every right to ask the questions, Jack. It's what you did with the answers.
Well, I guess I didn't like the answers. That's no excuse.
You give me an order that ends with the words "or else." It's not gonna work.
That's not how I want to be with you. I want to leave all that on the job and I want to come home to something safe, something I can trust.
What you said last night about me leading Craig on?
Well, that came out all wrong.
I don't like having to ask you if you trust me. I shouldn't have to ask you that,
This isn't
ever.
about, okay, this isn't about Craig, okay? It's about you and me.
Great. So what, you want out?
No. Do you?
No. Well then?
This is hard for me.
What?
Saying how I feel about things.
It's just me,
No,
Jack.
just you. Do you have any idea how much I want this to work?
You've given up everything. I think I have some idea.
Okay, so if something comes up that makes me feel threatened...
Craig.
No.
Really?
Look, Craig triggers something, okay? There's no question. But it's about what he represents, not who he is. But what he can give you, and I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about this life that you want and that you completely deserve, because I think you're really talented. And I can't give you that, Carly, so I guess I'm just afraid that... I'm afraid, Carly. That's the bottom line.
You're scared that I make dresses.
Making dresses is going to take you halfway around the world. Milan, Paris, London. I know where all these shows happen. And how the beautiful people live. Private jets, yachts, whatever.
Yes, well, that's me. Carly Tenney, Miss Jet Set.
It's going to happen. You're going to make it. And when you do, you're gone. You're a franchise, Carly, and me and Parker will have to make appointments.
Then I suppose I will have to tell my assistant to put you at the top of the list.
I'm serious.
Jack, I would kill to have those problems.
I know. And that's what worries me. You see, me, you give me you and Parker, a couple more kids, a nice home, some land that no one can trash, a decent boss, and I'm happy. Hell, I'm happy here bunking up with you and Parker.
So am I.
And I'm not saying that you can't do it, Carly. I'm really not. I know how creative you are. I do. And I know how important this is to you. It's just... With me here in Oakdale mowing the lawn and you in Venice,
Milan.
Why would you ever come home?
Because I love you with every breath in my body.
And how long is that gonna last? Really? With you going one way and me going another.
So then you quit your job and we all move to Milan.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Why? What, so I'm the one who's supposed to give up my
That's
dream?
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm just having a tough time seeing it is all, how it's gonna work.
Well, Jack, that's why Craig's offered. I really, really do not want to fight about it right now. But at least it was here. That was half the appeal, Jack. And of course, the issue is dead now that Paul has taken over. But we will work this out.
And you're really not gonna have any trouble being married to some guy who doesn't have one clue as to what you do?
What are you talking about? You happen to be my very best critic.
I am not a part of that world.
Sweetheart, you walk out that door every single morning. Do you think that I have any clue what it is you do all day? What it means to build a case or track down a suspect? And we don't even talk about it. You come in, something's bothering you, and you can't even discuss it with me.
Well, at least I come home at night. You could be gone for days.
And you could be killed.
That's not gonna happen.
Look, I accept that you are a cop, and that I am a cop's girlfriend, and that sometimes you will go when I want you to stay, that you will never really be safe until you're home. I am willing to live with that. Why can't you feel the same way about me?
We have a connection. You and me. We just look at each other and we understand. And I don't want to risk that. You know, better me talking myself into a corner. At least it's out there. We can deal with it.
And that's why I'll always come home. But you know, no one is asking me to rev up that private jet just yet, so.
All you need is a little luck. It'll happen.
Well, until it does, can we stop worrying about it?
Deal. Snyder.
Paul Ryan, my mother's awake and ready to talk. How soon can you be here?
Whoa. She's fully conscious?
Detective, you told me you were committed to this case.
I am, Mr. Ryan.
Then get over here. She's about to identify Craig Montgomery as her assailant.
That's Paul Ryan?
I want a witness here when she makes her identification.
Why don't you tell him to call the police station and bother somebody who's on duty?
Tell your charming little friend there that I'd prefer dealing with someone who isn't related to the perpetrator.
Alleged perpetrator, Mr. Ryan. Has Barbara identified Craig by name? Has she discussed the night in question? What are we talking about here?
Detective, my mother's been in a coma for weeks. She's awake now. I think you'd want to be here.
Who's with her now?
Her daughter and her doctors.
And no one's discussed the attack?
We're waiting for you.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop by the station. I'm gonna alert Margot Hughes.
What, so she can sandbag the ID? I thought we understood each other. I do not want her here.
Mr. Ryan, Chief Hughes is in charge of all investigations.
Do I have to go to the DA?
You know, why don't you do that? I'm sure she'd be happy to hear from you. In the meantime, alerting Margot Hughes isn't your call. You know, for a bright guy, he really is pretty dumb.
Don't antagonize him, Jack. He's rich and he's mad.
Yeah, well, if he'd stop and think for 2 seconds, he'd realize that keeping Margot in the loop only strengthens his case. Don't wait up. I have a feeling this is going to be a long day and a longer night.
Hey, Jack. Just be careful, okay? I don't trust him.
That makes two of us.